You have so many different ways of dealing damage and locking people down with RNG's composition, and not a whole ton of damage dealers on the side of LGD. So I like the Alistar lock-in's place on Earth.
How can you be unhappy there? Look, this maybe is showing us a little bit about the internal experience of some people at Disneyland as Jin Zhao's rooted up. It's the first blood going over to the enemy jungle, but RNG get traded off as, hang on, Jungle just got solo killed in his own jungle. Flash over from Decade. Breeze's already burned his, and he's going to be in a 2v1. Not much Tangyuan can do as Breeze still killed Meteor, but at what cost as Haichao comes on in and he's going to be trading off.
You say at what cost? Turn into that objective. Won't happen, so RNG get both on the map, but can Jin Zhao trying to sneak his way around?
But LPC, I mean, he's already taken a heavy chunk himself. Jin Zhao flashes on in, trying to get the finishing touch, but LP sent backwards into the AD while the Paranoia helps out, but LPC flies in anyway. Okay, LP challenge.
We'll see if they're going to be ready for Meteor waiting in the wings. He does have his ulti.
Paranoia.
Here we go.
Oh,
he's just dead.
Breed takes up the last piece. That means that Meteor doesn't do too much with that ulti. Gets burned all the way out. As hang on, it's LP Clapper Part 2. Flies in. He just loves clapping him around. Great flash. Well, RNG, however, though, will still have the gold lead. Teleport's coming through after the dragon. We'll see if that statement is true. Lyric is a double knockup from Jin Zhao again. The man, the myth, the legend, the 80 carries Tangyuan. Gets a pretty pathetic ulti. It's a 1-for-1 in the backside as the poke comes through from Haichao, but LGD have to split. Haichao flashes on in to help get the kill, but it's so messy as Breeze stands there and spits fire. Meteor chased after the fact. Meteor's sticking around. There's the equalizer. But now Jungler's seen Breeze going to try and get out of this. Electro Harpoons, but Nature's Grasp is flying on in. Breeze, Paranoia's going to help him as Wave rolls in onto the enemy mid laner. He gets the shutdown, but Haichao now flashed on as LPC comes in.
Are still going to threaten.
Okay, with Teleport coming through, I'm surprised LGD didn't stick around. They're trying to play it safe. It's onto the TP of Tangyuan. The flash away from Haichao. Nature's Grasp re-engaged. Dragon goes down in the end to RNG. LGD is so scattered. Lumao, you can say the same as flying in his LP challenger. Excuse me, it's the Clapper. Once again, equalizer out. Meteor's dead. What the hell is happening? Both teams are like, oh, no, you do it. No, you do it next. No. Oh, no, you can do Dragon. Okay, RNG just say, okay, as a turret goes down. Baron is blind, and it's going down pretty fast. With a Rumble, you'd have to be scared as Jin Zhao spots it out. But Meteor has a long way to go. He's got no flash, Jin Zhao. He does pop it up as LP. Why is he here again? There's the Nocturne ulti used to put out the lights, but for LGD, they're walking in as LP has to flash over the wall. Meanwhile, Lumao caught out as well, the equalizer. Not too bad, but the bottom lane of RNG, it instead.
No, I was going to say, but look at how they're playing the map. They have Baron. For RNG to give up one dragon, like, sure, you have to worry about the future and, like, how fights have been going, but look how much you're taking. Decade even forced to flash.
Okay.
Jin Zhao
in a similar position maybe as RNG using the depth charge, everything on top of this Alistar. LGD to get the dragon, a big cost going to occur. So from that phrase, Lumao again, why is he always caught out? A stretch line tag, so does the W, but Paranoia might be re-engaged. The curtain is called and rather down it comes with the carpet as Jin Zhao sets up the engage. The flank from Tangyuan though could be huge if he ever comes in, as RNG are doing it all by themselves. Now for the Pop Blossom on LPC. He goes golden, but as he comes on out, he's still blasted with LP finally taking down LPC, who's got less letters now as RNG run it home to try and end this game.
They win the fight. I gotta say, I don't know what Decade's doing using the ult on Lumao. And the big frontline Cassante going away from his team doesn't make a lot of sense. But it seems like this should open up for the end.
It will indeed. RNG. It wasn't clean to get us here, but it was entertaining as Death Timers won't be there at the very least, only for Jin Zhao.
Fight, right? You have lanes that should be able to get priority, which should open up for Meteor to have a lot of space to look for ganks, maybe get some vision down. You'll be able to, you're wanting to fight.
Way and Meteor keep meeting up. This time LGD have priority in the bot side with a huge wave. The stretch line pulled in. But Jin Zhao and LPC are trying to ruse them into Meteor. There's the flash forward. Why Lumao is still fighting, I'm not too sure. As LPC does it again, Jin Zhao might get solo laners. He's back to where we were in the first game as history repeats.
Maybe he's an RNG fan, you know? He doesn't even want to think that bot side exists as Lumao. You're level 3.
Stretch line back in. The 2v2. I mean, Lumao, what is happening? Maybe thinking Wei can get there. LPC gets away with the slither as LP not willing to commit the flash. Under turret, Wei's going to try and find something as using the CC chain in. The flash forward to LPC. He's interrupted. But at the end, 2 standing there for LGD as the Wei pushes in. There's a flash before Mega, but Breathe is going to get Mega. Decade might be dead here as Breathe doesn't ulti against the wall. Instead, sends him away. Decade burn.
Looks like they want to contest, but look at mid cryo. I mean, Tang Yuan still keeps it the pressure. LGD is going to try and bring their bot lane down first, and that be the difference maker.
So it's flash for flash though. Breathe does get out, but he's into a mini now. Wei's like, I'm not coming over, brother. I'm on a cooldown. There's the Q. Ulti buys his time. Meteor now just ulted to death. Decade now getting chained as well, but it is a 1-for-1 with Herald going to RNG.
Potentially go for it at first, but now it doesn't seem like it. So, yep, pivot towards mid, pushing this wave, threaten the drop of the Herald. But LGD might be able to try and find an engagement.
Trying to get executed. Now, who was the last person to damage him? We're about to find out. LP, that's an execute, isn't it? Oh,
I think so.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. Meanwhile, the dive towards mid, and everyone's on top of this Maokai. Wei flashing out of the turret range as Hai Chao now flashing away to his second, but the depth charge blocked for the time being as Wei just accepts his fate. It's messy again, but Tang Yuan's still going to be the benefactor as Herald helps blow down the mid lane turret.
Look at the mini-map.
11 minutes into the game. I'm looking for Lyric Jin Zhao. Okay, there it is. Stretch line in over the wall. He gets out with the CC that unfortunately wasn't drawn to it far out. Lumao is just dead again. And we continue.
But oh my god, we're gonna get something cheeky.
Found him.
No.
Lumao, the sacrificial lamb, he's still only level 6. There's depth charge for Solar Flare. Out goes Tang Yuan, but he can't put damage down at that range. Jin Zhao gets away. Tang Yuan just didn't want
kind of gold advantage for themselves. But LGD, like we said, much better this time around than game 1.
I didn't have one yet. Oh man, LGD, it's kind of a dick move. Everyone knows.
Reed's still not here. Can TP in, but this is so fast.
I mean, is Breed going to, or is he just go for the turret? Is that now forget it, guys, with Demolish? As RNG trying to take a 5v4, they get the engage. Baron goes down. It is taken by Meteor, but RNG stay for the fight without their top laner. LP ulti's out trying to get out, but Jin Zhao won't let him. RNG, are we not syncing up as Tang Yuan teleports towards mid? Maybe this was the play.
I just cannot understand the call though. Like, if the idea is, hey, Arnar is nowhere close to Mega, they're already on this Baron, like, they have positional setup. Is okay, RNG, you're actually gonna get a lot off this. Still, I think a very confusing decision to like posture in front of that Baron.
But as Breed sits in the elongated side lane, enough wards there for RNG to spot any kind of flank or any kind of neutralization.
Ooh.
As wards still there in the Barren River. RNG maintain these wards and they get a shut. Cloud Dragon, we are just chilling out. I guess until LGD can force a fight for a palate cleanser as LGD fire it away as they try and use the poke, but RNG brought Breathe this time. He's joined in. Here comes Meganar, as already dead as Jin Zhao into the backline. Decade has teleported in a very dangerous place. Breathe helps out by zoning down as LP just ultis out of there, flushes out, repositions, and Decade's dead. Now here's Tang Yuan as Hai Chao lucky to be alive. He flushes too, but it turns into a 5v5. It turns into a beautiful synergy from RNG. Everyone dead from LGD. And with one fell swoop, RNG is suddenly going to be 7th.
It was messy. You know, fights were back and forth, kills were going over, but at the end of the day, the map play was better. And that is what leads RNG to being able to find this 2-0.
Our 17th place team will not go above 2, but RNG now have a date with Destiny versus NIP. A fun matchup it'll be, but a 7th place RNG hitting the heights of round 1 in playoffs.